Coming out tonight. All right. Y'all can hear me fine? Everything's good? Check 1, 2, testing, nutsack. All right. Got my picture taken. All right, so I'm Kirkland. I'll be your discount comedy for the night. So, birds are the drug addicts of the animal kingdom because they're always high and they never come down. I told you this shit was discount. Alright, so 2 serial killers are in a room with a dismembered body. One says to the other one, "Oh my god, I love puzzles." Right? Alright, so there's a blind man sitting on a park bench and this little boy comes up to him and goes, "How long have you been blind?" And he goes, "All my life." He goes, "So you don't know what color is?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Well, here, I'll help you." So he took a ice cube out of his drink and he put it in the blind man's hand and he says, "That's blue." And then he grabbed a hot rock from sitting in the sun and he put that in the blind man's hand and he goes, "That's red." Then he grabbed some fresh grass that had just been cut and put it in front of his nose and goes, "That's green." And then he farts and goes, "That's brown." Thank you. All that to get to a fart joke, right? So I was watching Cocaine Bear the other day on Netflix. You ever seen the movie Cocaine Bear? I'm watching that movie, and I'm like, this actor looks like discount Ice Cube. And then my girlfriend's like, "That's Ice Cube's son." I had to write his name down. Hold on. His name is O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube Jr. And then I was like, the more I watched the movie, I'm like, Ice Cube's son looks like someone tried to draw Ice Cube from memory. Like, he almost looks like Ice Cube, but not quite. Like if your 4-year-old brought you a picture and said, "Hey, I drew a picture of Ice Cube," that's what his son would look like. Or it does look like. So there we go. My girlfriend the other day told me she wants a quarter horse for her birthday. And I looked that shit up. That shit's $10,000 on the low end, $100,000 plus. And then I'm thinking, God damn, there must be some good meat because, a quarter cow is only $250. Get it? I think she's going to eat the horse. Forfeit. All right. Whoa, that's better. What the hell just happened? Y'all hear me better? All right, anyway. So I was out looking. This town has a lot of really badass muscle cars. And I used to build muscle cars with my dad. And I caught myself thinking, every time I see a muscle car, I think that'd make a sweet Batmobile. Because that's every man's real dream car, is the fucking Batmobile. Damn it, there it goes. I dropped an F-bomb. I throw here, try not to say F-bombs, and I did it. There it is. All right, anyway. Well, this set's ruined. Anyway, all right, so I guess we do anything we want now. But anyway, yeah, Batmobiles. That's the car, that's everybody's number one. That's every man's number one car. It's the Batmobile. But we all can't have the Batmobile, so then we pick something else that looks close to looking like the Batmobile. Like mine's a '69 Stingray. All you gotta do is slap a bat symbol on the hood of that car. It's the Batmobile. Alright, so here's a little story about the first person I saw got shot during my deployment in Iraq. And it wasn't an Iraqi and it wasn't a soldier. It was my dad. And it was on leave. So I go home on leave and I'm helping my dad build joists for this porch. And we're both walking up the ladder and we're nail gunning our side. I nail my gun, doot. And I feel his side drop down and I look down, my dad's standing like this. On the ladder. I'm like, "Dad, did you shoot yourself?" He's like, No. Yeah, call your mom. So my mom, it's like, "Oh, your dad just shot us." I told my mom, your dad just shot himself. First thing my mom does is freak out, naturally, freaks out. So my little sisters had to call the cops, or not the cops, the ambulance people. So instead of sending an ambulance, we're just going to take my dad straight there, because my dad said every time that his heart would beat, he could feel the nail move just a little bit. So they took him down there. My brother called the hospital and said, "Hey, they're meeting him there." So my dad gets there. They wheel my dad into the place, and my dad walks in. He goes, "Let me see what you got there, Mr. Johnson." And my dad moves his hand, and the doctor goes, "Oh, shit." And my dad's like, whoa, what? That's not what you want to hear. First thing the doctor says, "Oh, shit." So they start prepping him for surgery, and they put this iodine shit, looks like monkey blood. And my Uncle Junior comes to visit him naturally, and he cannot stand the sight of blood. So he sees this, and he thinks it's blood. He, boom, passes out. Boom. So now they got to pick him up. They take him to the waiting room. He's just like, I just gotta take a shit. I'm like, all right. So we help him into the bathroom. We're waiting. And it's like 30 minutes. He's not out. My mom's like, go check on your uncle. So I walk in there, pants down his ankle, passed fuck out. That's how we found him. So we had him to the emergency room too. So because my dad shot himself, 2 people went to the hospital. So thank you. That's all I got for tonight.